All right, I've got a car seat here. It's out of a BMW, an early, like 2002, 2004 BMW. It's full manual seats, and I need to make an adapter for these seat rails on the bottom here so that the seats will fit in this car. So my first step is to tip the seat over. Then we can get a look at these rails and measure these things. So I've got a hole here and a hole here, and I need to know the center point distance between those. Approximately 14 1/4. All right, so I need pieces that go between those. All right, now I'm going to, before I cut this out, I can get 4 pieces out of here. That's my plan. Before I do that, I'm gonna mark off where seat holes go. So to do that, basically I've got a number here in the middle, 14 inches, and I've got the total number here, 18 inches. I need a 14 minus 18 is 4 inches. Divided by 2, I should have 2 inches on either end, and that is where my holes should be. So I'll mark those out. Cut this at the full inch mark, and we're punching holes at the 1/2 inch mark. So I'm marking it with my little center punch guy here. Sweet. All right, so I've drilled these holes out oversized, so there's some room for adjustment here. Now I'm just cleaning up this piece here a little bit, and then we've got some nuts that we soaked in vinegar to remove the metal plating off there, so it's not toxic when we weld it. Then I've got a bolt, which I've also removed the coating on the bolt as well, and I get at least 1 extra bolt every time just for welding purposes. And then we're going to weld these bolts onto a metal strip here and make them captive nuts. A little wire brush action to remove the flux from the welding, and it looks a little bit nicer now. Now I'm measuring up for a cross brace here to connect these 2 pieces together, because they need to be 1 single unit by the time we're done here. First I'll tack that brace piece in, then we'll take it off the seat and fully weld it up. Now we're in the car here, we've got the bracket on the seat and the seat in the car. I'm using some leather apron pieces here to shield all that synthetic, highly flammable carpet stuff in the car from any of these sparks, so we don't catch the whole car on fire. And I'm just trying to tack up the final brace pieces. It will connect our main frame of our seat adapter to the actual car. I'm just using some 1 inch wide flat bar that's 1/8 of an inch thick. So I'm just continuing to build these brackets out. Every one is different and individual. I'm not trying to be neat here, I'm just trying to make this functional. So it's pretty sloppy looking work, because I was trying to get this job done as fast as I could. I've done this before, and I found very little value in my personal car to make this thing fancy. So I'm just continuing to build these brackets out. Every one is different and individual. We've got one here that's very close to our main frame here, and I'm gonna have to do something a little bit different with this. Instead of using the 1/8 inch thick stuff, I'm gonna use the 1/4 inch thick stuff that this actual frame is made out of, so everything is level on there, and the bolt will sit level when we install this. I'm just simply using the vise and a hammer to make a bend in one of these brackets. which is this guy right here. And then the bracket with the 1/4 inch material, we've got this fully welded up and a hole drilled through there. And there's the final product, essentially. We've got all our brackets done on this thing. We can now bolt the bracket into the car and then bolt our seat onto the bracket. Now we can test this out, and I'm quite happy with this. I really do prefer the manual seats over the power seats just because I can adjust them when the car is not on. You don't have to wait for the motor to push you along here. I can slide things very quickly with a manual seat. So thanks for watching. I'll put a link in the description to the other video I did of the other bracket style. Very similar, but using square tubing instead of this 1/4 inch flat bar that we use in this video. And I'm using the 1/4 inch flat bar because I was trying to minimize the height of this bracket as much as possible. And I might have saved myself 1/4 to 1/2 inch maybe. Every make and model of seat is going to be a little bit different, so this just gives you a general idea of how to get this job done. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.